Today is a very auspicious day. Hari Basar Titi means day which is very dear to Supreme Lord. Ekadasi Titi, and today it is one of the three most prominent. Three are most prominent. This Sayan Ekadasi, which is today, then after 2 months it will be Parshva Ekadasi, and then Utthana Ekadasi. These three are most prominent, and one more is prominent, that is Bhima Ekadasi or Nirjala, that Ekadasi, because on today's day, Supreme Lord Vishnu Bhagavan, he will play the pastime of going to sleep for 4 months. He is not under Tamoguna. Our material body of conditioned souls, under the influence of Tamoguna, we need to sleep. But he is Nirguna. He is not in Triguna. So he's doing the pastime of sleeping on that bed of Ananta Shesh, that snake, his servitor, which is expansion of him. A Yoga Nidra, the transcendental sleeping pastime. And today he started sleeping on left side, left hip. After 2 months on Parshva Ekadashi, he will turn his side to the right side, hip. And then on Utthana Ekadashi, he will rise from his sleep. That is why Caturmasya can be started, Caturmasya Vrata, vow of Caturmasya can be started today or tomorrow on Dvadashi or on Purnima. All three options are there in scripture. Sanatana Gosvami wrote in Hari Bhakti Vilas, quoting from Puranas, in our mat we start today on Sayan Ekadashi, and Gopinath Gauriya mat also starts today, and mostly all others, they start on Purnima. We start because today is Sayan Ekadashi. Today Vishnu will sleep and he will rise on Utthana Ekadashi, also our Parangurudev's appearance day. So we finish all at that time. So Caturmasya Vrat, vow of Caturmasya means 4 months. Caturmasya, 4-month vow. In India, it will be rainy season now. So also for practical reasons, those who are mendicant sadhus, they are always traveling for out of compassion for conditioned souls. But during these 4 rainy months, it is difficult to travel, because before, in those times, there were no trains, cars, and like this, only walking. So it is difficult. So Shastra prescribes that one has to remain in one place during whole Caturmasya period, and because he's in one place, he has to engage more in spiritual practices, and along with that, certain restrictions are there about diet and sleeping and all this, so that one will do more intensely spiritual practices. It is stated in Shastra, Vyasadeva. And karmis, those who are following karma yoga, not karmis in the sense everyone who is working and enjoying fruits. No, here it is meant those who are following activities prescribed by the Vedas. This is different. Karmi is very rare in this world. Actual karmi, one who follows Vedic principles. They are also observing Caturmasya, but they want next life good birth, and in this life some material benefits and like this, and heavenly planets, because that is their eligibility, they think. But they do hard austerities during these 4 months. No shaving and sleeping on the ground, so many things there. and diet restriction. Jnanis also, they are following this Caturmasya Vrata. But their desire is to get liberation. And devotees also observe Caturmasya Vrata, but to satisfy Krishna. We have example, Krishna himself, in the forum of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was observing Caturmasya Vrata. First, when he came to Puri, then went to South India, then he entered into house of Venkata. He was a Sri Vaishnava, means in Ramanuja Sampradaya. So that is why Mahaprabhu accepted his invitation to stay for 4 months in his house. Why? Because he knew he is strictly following Vaishnava principles. No prohibited items, no onion, garlic, this, and worship is going on. So Mahaprabhu said, yes, I will stay in your house. So Mahaprabhu played this pastime. Our Guru Vargas, like Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur, our Gurus, all they are following Caturmasya Vrata, but not as karmis or jnanis, but as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did. It is written there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Mahaprabhu was always seen engaged in Krishna Katha. Speaking about Krishna, hearing about Krishna, chanting his name, this was main. That is main point. So this we have to follow for 4 months. We should give up other unnecessary talks and activities and like this, but fully engage in devotional activities. India is Tapobhumi, in Shastra called Tapobhumi, place where austerities are going on. But these Western countries, that is Bhoga Bhumi, for enjoyment. So now you see, Vedic scripture, they prescribe from today for 4 months, no enjoyment, only bhajan. But in our country, now main enjoyment comes. Everyone will go to seaside and they will spend money and will enjoy and so many things. So it's just the opposite. But in India, Vedic, they will, and those who are serious for devotional progress, they will also follow Caturmasya. So there are certain restrictions regarding diet. For 4 months, one should not take many things, and then for a specific month, one should not take certain things for a full month. And this year also Purushottam month will come in between. So it will be diet for 5 months, restricted diet, eggplant, you should not take. There are some other shaks which are not available here. Honey, not allowed. Urad dal, no shaving, no cutting nails, all this. Very difficult. And you have to sleep on the ground, not on bed, mattress, on the ground. But it is difficult. So our Guru Vargas, like Srila Swami Maharaj, when he came to West, he did not give much importance on these external restrictions, but to do more Shravan Kirtan. Our Gurudev also, he told, if you can follow all those restrictions, it is very good. But if there is some difficulty, then you don't give much importance on this. You, simple living, as much as you can, you should restrict your enjoyments and all this. And the main point is you should do more Shravan Kirtan. And in regard to diet, if it is not possible to follow 4 months, there is some difficulty, then at least you have to follow strictly for Kartik month. And this includes also Purushottam month. So this year we will have. So today it starts. Should do more bhajan. And today also is the Sayan Ekadasi, I told, the Supreme Lord will sleep. And on Ekadashi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prescribed, Sanatana Goswami wrote, one has to give up all kinds of enjoyments, all kinds of sinful activities, then with all good qualities, means with devotion. Our Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj, whose appearance day is today, he used to quote that verse from Bhagavatam, where it is said that one who has devotion to Supreme Lord, he has all good qualities automatically appear in them, because they are serving Krishna, they are serving all in proper way. So with all good qualities means with devotion we have to do upavas. Upavas, one meaning is fasting, another meaning is we have to remain near Krishna. That is possible only through service. So fasting on Ekadasi also, now it is Kali Yuga, we cannot do like in other yugas, where life was in marrow of the bone, in Satya Yuga, in the marrow of bone. Hiranyakashipu, 1,000 years doing tapasya, now no eating, no sleeping, no drinking. But he could keep his life in his skeleton. We are hearing, it is not fictitious. And in Treta Yuga, life came to bone, in Dwapar Yuga to flesh, in Kali Yuga in food. So in Kali Yuga, if we don't take food, we will die. But in other Yugas, they will not die. But will die. So for Kali Yuga people, it is allowed, even on fasting days, that certain items are allowed to take just to keep your life. Means no grains, no beans, only fruits, roots, milk, no honey, and sesame and these things. If you follow Gauriya Math standard, but at least this, we should not take grains and beans on Ekadashi, at least this. Water you can take, and tomorrow we have to break fast. And this is one thing, but another thing is we have to do more chanting, more reading, more service. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed by his own example on Ekadashi day from early morning, after taking bath and doing mantra meditation, then immediately he called all his devotees and they started auspicious congregational chanting of holy names from early morning and whole day doing and whole night, all the time. No eating, no sleeping, no drinking, only chanting. And they were very disappointed when next day came morning, sun. So then now they have to go back to their houses. So they were very disappointed because they're getting transcendental bliss in chanting for Krishna satisfaction. But we cannot do like that. So as much as we can, we should increase chanting on this day and other services, because one will get 1,000,000 times more benefit on today's day. Means his devotion will be increased. His realization of Supreme Lord will be increased. His devotion to him and detachment to non-eternal things will be decreased. 1,000,000 times more than on any other day. So we have to take this opportunity. And today also is appearance day of one dear God brother of our Gurudev and one of the prominent disciples of Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Vijnan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. We sang that song for Ekadashi, but I also had in mind him, because it is stated, Shuddha Bhakata Charanareno Bhajanay Anukul. Dust from the lotus feet of Vaishnavas, pure Vaishnavas, Shuddha Vaishnava. Pure Vaishnava means who? Pure devotee is one who is having only one desire, that is satisfaction of Krishna, no any other desire. There are different devotions, bhakti, in Shastra mentioned. Tamasic, someone will worship Krishna but for some desires, tamasic. Some will worship with some rajasic desire, some will with sattvic desire. This is all mixed devotion, impure. But pure devotion is nirguna, beyond gunas, means transcendental, only for the satisfaction of Krishna. Such pure devotees are very rare in this world. In transcendental world, there are unlimited there. But this material world is like a prison house where conditioned souls are staying, they want to enjoy, and they have to suffer like this. But out of compassion, Krishna sends his own personal associates, pure devotees, to this world, but they are very rare. Or those who are conditioned souls and they start doing devotion, and by practice they come to the platform of pure devotion, they are very rare in this world. Very rare. So our Gurudev told, if you want quantity, you cannot get quality. Like in schools, you will see that primary school many, and then higher the class, less the students, and then high school and university and the less students. In our martial art, when I was training also, up to that white belt, yellow belt, orange belt, many people. But green belt, less. They came up to that. And then further you go up, less. So like here, the quality means quality in character, means they are devotees, higher quality, less quantity. You cannot expect large quantity. Only in some exceptional cases, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly appears in this world and he's preaching massively, then so many. But in general, very rare those who even want to serve Krishna. What to speak of becoming pure devotee? Very rare. Very rare. Shiva also told to Parvati, very rare. But they are, because Krishna is merciful to us. We need proper guidance. So Shuddha Vakata Charanarenu Bhajana Yanukul. To get the dust from the lotus feet of Vaishnava is very favorable for bhajan. Hence it is indispensable. By their grace only we can awaken devotion to Krishna. And Bhakata Seva Paramasiddhi Premalati Karamul. Service of devotees is highest perfection. And it is the root of that creeper of prema. We need the grace of pure devotee to awaken and to go on. And even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, even after one will get prema, sadhu sangha will be main point there even, because in Golok Vrindavan, Krishna is not alone. So many associates, devotees are there. So we will be always be in group of devotees. That does not limit anything. That enhances everything. So sadhu sangha is always, from beginning till Golok Vrindavan, always sadhu sangha. So today I first time read from Srila Bharati Maharaj about his previous life, but I remember when I was in Chandigarh, our mat, then I was in the room of Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj and one sannyasi, not from our mat, from some another, he came and he said to Maharaj, he was asking him where you took birth. But I think he meant like in which place. And I think Bharati Maharaj understood in the sense of like in which family. So Bharati Maharaj was silent for some time. Then he, as example to that sannyasi, he told, I am insignificant person. that is real Vaishnava. He will not say, I was born in that place, very sacred place, and I'm high class Brahmin family like this. No. Perhaps that sannyasi was asking out of some, like to give some praise or something. So Bharati Maharaj, I'm an insignificant person. And Bharati Maharaj also told me that he is from very high class, as I will read now, Brahmin family. So when he came to the mat, he told me, I had some difficulty in beginning. Because of those all samskaras, my Brahminical, I saw in mat, they're doing that Pujari is not Brahmin, and some are cooking. So I was having some difficulty, but my Gurudev was very compassionate and patient and everything. So he made some special arrangement for me that I need not take prasad with others, and some other arrangement to help him, because our Parangurudev was also Brahmin, so he knew what is his conception. So Srila Bharati Maharaj told me directly that I needed some time to fully adjust with these pure devotional practices, where devotion to Krishna is most important thing, not those external purity or like this. So he said, I needed some time. We may see as a pastime, or we may see as example, or anyway. But I still remember how he said, I'm an insignificant person. So this is the proof that he is exalted person. Because we are hearing that verse, जे रूपे लोयले नाम प्रेम उपजय ताहार लक्षण श्लोक शुन स्वरूप रामराय उत्तम होया माने apanake mane trinadham. Mahaprabhu told how to chant Harinam, by which Krishna Prema can manifest. He told to Sarup Damodaraya Ramananda, most intimate associate. He said, one who Uttam Hoya, he is most exalted. Uttam Hoya apanake mane trinadham. But he considers himself as lower than a blade of grass. Blade of grass is very low creature. Everyone can step on it. But even when they step down, grass will again stand up, saying, I am someone in this world, I have somewhere. So Vaishnavas, they're even more humble than the blade of grass. They're having no worldly ego, nothing. They know we are eternal servant of Krishna, and they have no worldly ego, no kind of anything. They think they are insignificant. And they can really chant Harinam properly. With any kind of false pride, any worldly pride, anything, you cannot chant. Pure name. So I will read here. Today also I first time read. I did not know before. Srimad Bhakti Vijnan Bharati Gosvami Maharaj made his divine appearance in this world in a Chakravarti Brahmana family in Bharadvaja Gotra, that is special lineage. It is coming from Bharadvaja Gotra, and Chakravarti Brahmin, they are highest. On the auspicious day of Sayan Ekadasi in Sita Ramapur, village of Bankura, district, West Bengal. Sita Ramapur means the city of Sita and Ramchandra. On July 21st, 1926, few disciples of Sri Srimad Bhakti Vichar Jajavar Goswami Maharaj, he is one of prominent disciples of Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, residing at Sri Shyamananda Gauriya Math, Medanipur, would regularly collect alms from the village where Srila Maharaj was working as a teacher. That is occupation for Brahmins. Encouraged by them, Srila Maharaj began frequenting, means visiting Sri Shyamananda Gauriya Math for darshans and Srimad Bhagavatam discourses from the year 1944. There, Srila Maharaj met one of the foremost disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Shri Srimad Bhakti Daita Madhav Gosai Maharaj, who he would later accept as his spiritual master. Our Gurudev was also staying in this Shyamananda Gauriya Math for some time in the beginning. After years of interaction, having developed affectionate relationship with Srila Madhav Gosai Maharaj, Srila Maharaj left home in 1955 to reside at the newly established Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math at Kolkata, fully surrendering in service of Sri Hari, Guru and Vaishnavas. That same year, he was awarded Harinam and Diksha on Sayan Ekadasi, means on same day today as his appearance day, also Harinam and Diksha, and was given the name Sri Narottam Das Brahmachari. Sri Narottam Das was given the opportunity to intimately serve many direct disciples of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, as a result of which he received their affection and profuse blessings to realize the deep truths of Gauriya Vaishnava Siddhanta. This you can read in his book, My Beloved Masters. There he wrote about his service to these disciples of Prabhupada and what he learned. And taking note of Srila Narottam Das's unyielding dedication and mood of service, Srila Madhav Gosai Maharaj awarded him sannyas in 1969 and the name Sri Bhakti Vijnan Bharati Maharaj. Having profound confidence in Srila Maharaj's abilities, Srila Madhav Gosai Maharaj entrusted him with many critical assignments such as managing the Math's Braja Mandal and Navadip Dham Parikramas, escorting pilgrims to North and South India. This I heard from Maharaj also, that he was doing this every year. South India Parikrama of all those holy places where Mahaprabhu was going, and what holy places are there in North India like Kurukshetra and others, he would escort pilgrims. Arranging pradarshanis, that is exhibitions, preaching across India, and overseeing the construction of most of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math's branches, because Maharaj was architect and very good architect. Our Gurudev was very proud. He said, we have our own architect, Bharati Maharaj. And he was very expert. Once he told in Calcutta, Maharaj asked me, in your countries, what is the system for drain water? Then I said, Maharaj, I don't know anything about this. But he's expert in that. For our mats, he made everywhere perfect arrangements so that other mats also, they wanted his help. Like Srila Bhakti Kumud Chanta Goswami Maharaj, how many taps can work at the same time without stopping water or reducing water, so many. So Bharati Maharaj was expert, and in Chandigarh Math very quickly they built, and Maharaj himself was always there. Supervising also, sometimes he himself was working, because he's seeing this is service of Krishna. He was not thinking, I am Brahmin, I should not do. No, this is service of Krishna. So all our mats, the 24 mats in India, he was supervising and arranging that, means as architect. Also, so our Parangurudev also appointing him assistant secretary of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math and conferring upon him the title Seva Vigraha, that is embodiment of service along with a certificate that described him as analasya, means never lazy, and sada satarka, always alert. After the disappearance of Srila Madhav Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj untiringly served as the secretary of Sri Chaitanya Gauriya Math for about 25 years. Means he was general secretary, not because there are 11 GBC members, all are joint secretaries, but he was general secretary, means just after Gurudev, our Gurudev. Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj is renowned among Saraswata Gauriya Vaishnava community for his contribution towards the Sampradayic Seva of translating from Bengali to Hindi Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. I was there when this was going on. In Vrindavan I heard that Bharati Maharaj, at that time Adi Lila was completed or something, maybe in 99, 2000 something, with the commentary of Srila Prabhupada. And yes, one time in Calcutta, some topic was going on. Then Maharaj, something I was asking or someone else, I don't know. But I remember this, that Maharaj told it is there in the introduction of Chaitanya Bhagavat by Prabhupada. Then Maharaj asked me, you read that introduction to Chaitanya Bhagavat by Prabhupada? Then I said, yes, Maharaj. Then he said, no, I think you did not read. Because he was always having that high standard, in the sense like, okay, maybe you read, but you did not understand. So very affectionately he was telling this. I think you did not. And Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita with the commentaries of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Prabhupada. That is also to Hindi. Srila Maharaj was a veteran amongst the 11th generation of descendants in the Bhagavat Parampara, Guru Parampara, coming from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and was greatly respected for his unique realizations and vast depth of knowledge. All were coming to consult with Maharaj. Our Gurudev also sometimes he was consulting for these managerial things and also for some practical what to do. Once Gurudev also sent me, you go to Bharati Maharaj, you ask him. Because of some particular point was there and Maharaj was expert. I will tell later if there is time. And I told to Bharati Maharaj, my Gurudev sent me to you to ask this question. So then I asked, and Maharaj was, sometimes he would immediately answer, sometimes he would remain silent for some time. And then he will reply. So that time he was silent for some time. He was especially known for his encyclopedic knowledge of Gauriya Math history and his firm faith in Vaishnava Seva. Yes. Now recently I heard some speculations about Gauriya Math history, so I became angry, I chastised, but ultimately that devotee was not hurt and he appreciated, because you have to hear from bona fide sources, those who are there, those who experienced, and they are realized souls, they know, they see what is the real picture. Why you are speculating and for some political purposes and like this and committing Vaishnava offense. You should not do this. You should hear from bona fide sources to get proper knowledge. So I heard from Bharati Maharaj also about Gauriya Math history. Srila Maharaj regarded glorifying and serving Vaishnavas and non-sectarianism as the greatest assets for spiritual advancement. He unfailingly checked his Panjika, that is Vaishnava calendar, daily to ensure that he did not miss glorifying Vaishnavas on their appearance or disappearance day. He would firmly assert that it is the duty of every devotee to follow this practice, failing which constitutes an offense. Our Gurudev also very strict about this. You have to all the time see calendar and observe those special days with great attention. Otherwise you will miss that opportunity. And Bharati Maharaj, it is offense not to sing the glories of Vaishnava on his appearance or disappearance. But they don't even know it is appearance because they don't see calendar. That the calendar is there for this reason. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ordered to Prabhupada you should make. So that is not unnecessary. Mahaprabhu also observed these days. You will find in Chaitanya Charitamrita like that Lanka Vijay and Madhvacharya appearance and all this. In Srila Maharaj's association, one would experience a deep sense of appreciation and attachment for Bhaktivinoda Dhara, means light of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and all the predecessor acharyas. His mood brought one closer to the spiritual family of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Maharaj witnessed 4 generations during his devotional lifespan and thus served as a vital link to connect us back to the spiritual roots of Gauriya Math, especially the mood with which his Guru Varga served and preached. It is my own personal experience. If I would just sit in front of Maharaj, he will chant like in Chandigarh down or in room, sit. Then automatically my mind will go down. Mind becomes controlled, no problem, nothing. Go down. Why? Because he's on transcendental platform. So if you come near, then you will also be uplifted. And mind has no power there. Everything becomes peaceful. And about this, for 4 generations, one devotee took sannyas. And Bharati Maharaj told me that he told him, don't take sannyas. You are not yet mature enough. And Bharati Maharaj told me that he told him, you will not last because you are not mature. Then Bharati Maharaj, but he did not listen to me. And Bharati Maharaj told me, I